When you watch a movie,
I'm just
when
recording
you
it for
watch a
us.
movie and then you review it, that means कि इस film की समीक्षा कीजिए. That's what समीक्षा means.
Oh, very good,
Wonderful
Vinay sir.
समीक्षा.
We
Hello,
really
Vinay sir.
like to hear this from you,
Hello.
sir.
Hello, Vinay sir. My name is Vishwanath. I am a biggest fan of yours. I love your acting in Rabne Banadi Chodi as Bubby. It was so super and it was so funny.
Thank you.
It was amazing. I
Thank you
loved
so
your
much.
dialogue also. You were saying that, "ओए तू बाइक चला रहा था और पीछे बब्बी बाइक और पीछे your dialogue was I don't remember your dialogue was ओए भाभी बाइक
The
चला रही थी
dialogue
और
was,
तू
the
पीछे
dialogue was,
yeah.
he's teaching Salman Khan, like, do you know why guys ride bike?
Shahrukh, na?
Just to,
Shahrukh Khan,
to
Shahrukh Khan.
only to impress girls.
Oh,
ओए बापी
that
गाड़ी
is
चला रही थी
lovely.
और तू पीछे
That is
पर्स लेके
really
बैठा है
lovely. That is amazing.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, I'm biggest fan of you, sir. I like
Hi
acting very
Shreya.
much.
Hi Shreya. How are you?
I Vinay, sir. I'm biggest fan of yours. I like acting, like Samiksha. I'm also a huge fan of acting. I want to become an actor.
same here
Lovely,
same even I want to
lovely.
be
Very good, very
yeah,
good.
even I want to
You
become
must.
even
Why
I am
not?
yeah even I'm very eager to know how do those directors hold the camera, how the scenes are being shot. I am damn eager to know that, damn eager, very eager to know that.
Then you should come to one of the shootings. Yeah, it's very simple.
Yes sir, 100%.
We also want
Which
to come
city
in
you live in,
shootings, but the
Vishwanath?
government has to give us permission.
Everybody should not speak together one by one, please. Just raise
Okay,
your hand.
Vishwanath, which city you live in?
I stay in Pune.
Pune is very close to Mumbai, or sometimes we also come to Pune to shoot. So
Yeah,
when that happens, you please come and see how it's being done. It's the most boring thing you will ever see.
yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of
Just
hard work involved.
imagine
Lot of hard work involved.
a 1 minute scene can go on being shot for days. 1 minute scene can go on for days.
Okay.
I remember my very first film, there was a
Uh-huh.
3.5 minute song. They took 11 days to shoot 3.5 minute song.
Oh my God, that is
Yeah.
too much.
But you have to come and see it to
Yes,
experience it
of course,
yourself.
without fail. Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
So Samiksha and Shreya, you both have to come and see how boring shooting is. but you have to love being boring at work, and you have to love the boring work in order to make entertainment available to everybody and entertaining for everybody.
Yeah.
Suddenly everyone went quiet. Samiksha.
I know, the moment they heard boring, like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, of
So
course.
where is everybody from? I know Vishwanath is from Pune.
Samar, where are you from?
I'm from Pune.
You're also from Pune. Okay, Pune too.
Yeah, sir.
Samiksha, where are you from?
But I want to live in Mumbai.
I am from Pune.
You're also from Pune. Pune is winning this match, it seems.
Yes.
How lovely.
Pranav, you were saying something, Pranav?
I'm from Delhi, but I want to live in Mumbai.
Oh, very good. Why not? Why not? There's so many Delhi people who have come to Mumbai and made such a wonderful mark. You know, do you like Shah Rukh Khan?
Yeah, I like Shah Rukh Khan.
He's from Delhi. There you go. And very few people know that Irfan also lived in Delhi for many years before he moved to Mumbai. Before that, he lived in Jaipur. That's
right.
That's what his hometown was. There's so many actors from Delhi. So many of my
I
friends,
love
my friend
acting
Rajat
and
Kapoor is from
mimicking.
Delhi. You like mimicking also?
Yeah, I love acting and mimicking.
Very nice. Who do you mimic the best?
I mimic Mr. Bean the best.
Oh wow.
Mr. Bean! Oh my God. That's my favorite. But Mr. Bean doesn't speak much, does he?
Yeah, he doesn't speak much.
Okay, so Pranav, have you seen that video of, it was like a very old video where Rowan Atkinson, the actor who plays Mr. Bean, he and uh, Elton John, he introduces Elton John on stage, and it's just two of them. And you have to see this video to realize how funny both of them are. Both of them are, because Rowan Atkinson, because apparently they're friends in real life, so he brings Elton John on stage, and he starts on his name, like, who, why are you giving yourself two first names? I mean, wouldn't you
Elton
rather
and
be
John.
John Elton? Why are you calling yourself Elton John? And then Elton John kept saying, are you gonna interview me, or are you gonna just keep getting stuck on my name? And have you seen that video? Shalu is
Yes,
nodding.
we
Have you
have.
seen that
Yes.
video?
I've seen that
It
one.
is hysterical. And in the end, Elton John takes a gun and he shoots Rowan Atkinson on stage, like a mock shooting, and he just goes like this. It's on YouTube. You have to see this video. It's one of the funniest video, and it's all interaction dialogue. And how funny, completely poker face Rowan Atkinson is in that video. You have to see it to believe it. It's fantastic. So much fun. So Pranav, I've given you a homework already.
I will send him the link on the group.
Yes.
Samar, your
Wow.
hand is raised. You want to say something, Samar?
Where is Samar?
Yeah.
Samar Krishan.
Yeah.
It's exactly like Elton John. He doesn't have a last name. Both is. Why aren't you Krishan Samar?
That's my last name.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's just funny. It just reminded me of the Elton John interview. And
Vinay sir.
Hello, Vinay sir.
yes, Vishwanath sir.
Yes, sir. Vinay sir, I really want to work in acting, sir. I'm just dying to, I'm just dying, not Bollywood, but of course, serials, of course, then later on Bollywood. Really, really, really dying to do it. It's
That is
just
so lovely,
like,
Vishwanath. You said you live in Pune, right?
yes, I do.
But I detect a South Indian accent a little bit.
Okay.
Is that true? What's your last name?
Nayak, Nayak.
Oh, Nayaks are usually from Odisha, no?
Yeah, but I am basically from Mumbai.
Okay. But have you ever been to Odisha?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Orissa ever.
I've been to Odisha so many times, and
Okay.
it's such a wonderful place. And very
Okay.
few people know this. Let me tell you. Do you guys know of this filmmaker called Meera Nair?
I've heard about her.
Yes. Meera Nair made Salam Bombay. Meera Nair also recently made Suitable Boy on Netflix. Meera Nair was born in Bhubaneswar and she grew up in Bhubaneswar. How many people knew this?
I
And she
never knew
speaks
that.
very fluent Uriya. She she's Punjabi, but she speaks very fluent Uriya. Her brothers still live in Bhubaneswar. Last time I went with a play to Bhubaneswar, and I met her brother. He had come to see our play. So yeah, you must go to Odisha. It's a very lovely place, Vishwanath.
Of course, sir. 100%. 100%.
Very. I've been to Cuttack, I've been to Bhubaneswar, I've been to Puri. The three places I've been to. Also
Okay.
Sambalpur. They're really lovely places in Odisha.
Ahan, you have something to ask?
Where is
Yeah, I have
Ahan?
something to even share also with Vinay sir also.
Yes,
Go
tell
on.
me, Ahan.
First, I would like to tell that I too need his autograph if I'm seeing a superstar in front of me. And
I just
also,
gave you an autograph.
oh yeah, you just gave me by magic when I asked for it. Patak
Yes.
se.
I'll
And
definitely send you. I'll definitely send you one, Ahan. That's a promise.
And also, we just want to share that to you coming to Pune, because many film actors come, they do a comedy show in malls. Also, I've seen, and also
Right.
they even come to Pune to see them any cricket matches been playing. So, have you been
Right.
visiting for any matches?
Well, I love cricket matches, but because I'm such a die-hard cricket fan, going to stadium, I feel that I miss out on half of the information and half of the action of the cricket matches because on television, it's I feel that on television I'm closer to the game, like much more closer to the game than I am at the stadium. I remember once I went to Deccan Chargers and
Daredevils.
Delhi game in Delhi, and
Oh,
I was sitting in a very VIP lounge kind of thing, and I must have seen like three overs because there's so much noise in the stadium, and then
yeah.
everybody is. And I just like, no, I want to go back to my living room and I want to watch it on my television because I feel I'm closer to the game while I watch it. Uh, on
Ahan,
television.
to interrupt Vinay ji, do you know how I met Vinay ji, first of all?
Yeah.
For him to
Oh,
be
you
here.
can tell us that.
That is the
Yes, please tell that story. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
please tell that.
I'm
I
We
so
all
don't
are
embarrassed
very
time.
already.
excited to listen to that.
But
Because
before,
we are
but
having each
before,
coming.
but before she starts the story, I just want to confess
Then I
that
tried.
I'm a compulsive movie watcher. I don't need anybody to watch a movie. I can go to movie theater by myself, buy a ticket, sit in a movie theater, and I watch. And that's how she caught me once. Now go ahead,
Yeah.
tell your story.
So there was this movie about Stephen Hawking that I went to watch. And
Yes.
nobody from my family, my husband and daughter, refused to come with me. And they said, you go if you want. And I booked a ticket for a night show and I went. So I
Uh-huh.
reached the theater. I walked into the theater after the movie had started. And
Which
when I went
movie?
to find my seat,
Which movie?
there was this gentleman sitting there in the seat next to mine with red glasses, with red framed glasses on, bright red.
Oh.
And I thought it was a 3D movie. So I didn't recognize who it was. And I asked him, excuse me, is this a 3D movie? Should I go and get my glasses? He said, no, it's not. Why do you ask? So why do you have those glasses? Then I saw his face. And I realized who it
Oh,
was. That's how
how
we
surprising it
in
is.
Pune. That's
Where?
how
In
we
which
met.
theater you went to?
Nitesh Mall, the one at Nitesh Mall.
Oh, Korega Park, that.
The PVR
Wow,
one.
I was so
So he was
surprised. Now
alone,
they
Right,
I
call
was
it
right.
shut
alone.
down.
And that's how we got talking. But look at how wonderful it is. It's been many, many years now. He's still on WhatsApp, and whenever I've reached out to him, he's always responded with a lot of warmth.
But Anita, did you know that I had already seen one movie before that?
Oh, and then
Which
this is
That
movie?
was the second movie I was watching.
oh,
And the
Because
movie
that's
which
the
you are
only
watching?
day off. Because that's the only off day I had from shooting. We were shooting in Pune. There's a film called Chappar Phadke, which is on Hotstar. So I got one day off after like some 9, 10 days of shoot every day. I said, I'm watching two movies today. So I went and I watched the first one in the same theater. And the
oh,
second movie was a different movie in the same theater. So I bought tickets. And in the second movie, I think I bumped into you.
yeah.
And I still wear those glasses. And I just, in my defense, I have to say that if I don't wear those glasses, I can't see properly
These are
because
not the same
I
ones.
have,
Those were bright red. They were a bright
Yeah.
red.
yeah, I mean, they keep changing, but the red doesn't go away because it just calms my vision because I have a
Vinayji, should
very
we give
high power.
everyone a chance to quickly say who they are?
And I just want to quickly
Them are
say
very
something
quiet,
because I
short
just wanted to
introduction.
just give me a couple of minutes. I just wanted to share that many actors, whenever the new film is coming, they go, and for the new event, they go to KBC to play, na KBC. So has he also gone to KBC to play?
You
It's
can
also
ask
going on.
directly,
Because they know
Ahan.
because they know I'm so smart, I'll go and win all the money. That's why they
Yeah, win 7 crores. Overseas,
Shall we
you
do a
winning
quick
7
round?
crores.
Shall we do a quick? Some of them are very quiet. That is why, because Anandita hasn't said hello. Kushal hasn't said hello.
Yeah.
Samar,
Dinesh
say
sir.
hello. Come, Samar.
Sumud also hasn't said anything.
Yes. Come. Samar, say hello.
Hello, Vinay sir.
Hi, Samar Kishan. How are you?
Stand-up comedies. So, stand-up comedies.
You like stand-up comedies?
Tell us a joke.
Tell
Tell
us
you
a
a joke.
Sorry.
Very good. Let me think of a joke. It'll come to me and I'll tell you. But right now, because I'm not a stand-up comedian, I'm a sitting comedian. Right now I'm sitting right. So
That's a joke.
Yes.
That is a joke now. That's a joke.
Vinayji, Summer is
I'm a
interested in
comedian. So there you go.
cinematography and music directors. Most obscure
Oh,
movies he will
wow.
name and rattle off the entire cast. So that's his superpower.
You know
Yes,
what,
Summer?
Samar? I think you should go to the Pune Film Institute, and they have a wonderful archive of the cinematographers of all over the world and the films that they have made.
I love movies.
We'll
love old
plan a trip
movies.
with Nandita madam, Padma madam, and Karen and everybody. Let's plan a Pune trip to FTI. We'll get Shalu madam also to come, and maybe when Vinay
Yeah.
is here
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge honor for me.
every time I go to Pune, I take a trip myself because I love it every time. Every time I feel like I don't know anything, because once I go there, I sincerely feel like I don't know anything. And then you see how photography is done, how cinematography, how shooting is done. Some of them are doing acting exercises. Some of them are doing just filming exercises. Some of them are doing editing exercises. There's something or the other is always going on. So you must take the
You want to
enthusiasm
see your
to.
comedy play act in Pune? Comedy.
Actually,
No.
I do have one act play which we travel all around with. It's an adaptation of King Lear, and we have performed in Pune many a times. So next time when I come, I'll definitely let you guys know, because right now all the theaters are closed for COVID reasons. So we haven't done a theater in almost a year now. But hopefully, when it opens again, I will let Anita ji know. And yeah, it'll be lovely if
We
you
get the
all
tickets
could
to
come
see
and
your
watch.
show, sir, and then we will take your autograph in a notebook. We want that.
I'll have so much fun when I bring my show and see all of you in the audience. It'll be so great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I also want your autograph, and I'm
In the auditorium, we'll enjoy.
to be an actress so badly.
I'll send all of you an autograph if my autograph
I'll send you
accounts
a
for
Thank you
picture.
so
anything.
much, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
Vinay ji, I'll send you a picture of this collage of all of us here. You can just scribble on that your signature and give it to us, and they'll all have their pictures with you. What say?
Cool. And just send me the list of the name of the people. I'll make individual ones to all of them.
Oh, how lovely. Okay,
Yes.
that's
Yes. Why
amazing.
not?
Thank you. So Nikita hasn't said yes. Nikita,
Hello.
Yes.
come on, Nikita. Use your
Yeah,
mic.
Vinay sir, I wanted to repeat the dialogue which you had said in Rabne Bandhani Jodi. I like that scene of yours where you were angry and you were banging Shah Rukh Khan's house door. Oi, nahi cheri teri dosti. Oi, babbi. That was so funny. That was amazing. It was superb, yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, it
It's
was
great to speak
superb to
sometimes.
hear that.
Yeah.
I really like to listen to such things. Yeah, this news.
Superb.
Thanks for
Anandita,
sharing this, yeah, with us. Really, I can't stop my enjoyment.
Same here. Same here.
That is so
All
lovely. I'm
because of
also grinning from ear to ear. Can't you see?
the superstar Vinay
Sir,
sir.
you are young at heart, sir.
All
Vinay
because
sir,
of
you are absolutely young
superstar
at heart.
Anita.
Kumud Pandey.
Anita is the superstar here.
No, not me. It is Samiksha. Samiksha started it, and then it struck me that I know you, and I know how warm you are. Even if you say no, you would have said it gently. So I thought, let me ask you.
It's all because of Samiksha.
Yes.
Yay, big clap for Samiksha, everybody.
Say something, Samiksha. So we have Nandita. I just want to quickly introduce everyone. We have
Yeah,
Nandita
please.
Paul here. See, Shalu Sharma is someone who teaches art to students. She's from Delhi, an old friend of mine. When I lived in Delhi, I didn't know her. After
Hi,
I moved to
Nandita.
Pune, I met Shalu. Nandita is a special educator also in Pune. And she is from the Middle East, but she helps children with cerebral palsy, especially with something called conductive it. Nandita, you want to say it yourself? Why am I talking on your behalf?
Okay,
I
first,
know.
let me just say Namaste Vinay ji. My name is
Namaste, Nandita ji.
Nandita.
Are you wearing purple lipstick just like your purple shirt?
What a good
Nandita,
joke, sir.
Nandita is
What a
We're all
good joke.
clowns here.
Yes.
Very
Nandita
good.
is known
Honestly,
always
so
to
impressed.
wear two things. One is a lipstick and one is a smile. I always wear a smile in my lipstick. These are the
Very
two
nice.
things that I cannot give up.
Lovely. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know. Yeah, I work with
acknowledge it.
children who.
Great notice, sir.
Thank
Is
you.
And then we have
He
Padma ji.
deserves to be a superstar. He deserves to be a champion.
Padma ji is also here. Padma ji is also a special educator. Very quickly, I'm trying to let go so that you can get back to your chatting. Padma ji, you want to say something?
Padma ji, namaste.
Namaste, namaste. I am here basically because some of my students are all here and they're all so thrilled, like so to meet you. So I wanted to be a part of that enjoyment you're all going through.
I'm also so thrilled and I'm
happy,
so happy
so
that Anita
happy
made
that
me.
you accepted Anita's request and you're here with us today.
I didn't even have to request him. I just
Anita
asked.
is my
"Can you
boss.
do
She
this?"
arm twists and she tells me anything and I can't say no. So Anita is
so sweet of you.
she's my boss basically.
So that's so sweet of you. So,
Asavari, want to say
please,
hello?
yeah, so let all of you keep chatting. I'm enjoying your chats. Yeah.
Shalu is another fun person. She does a lot of fun activities. And we know a lot of people, but Vinayji, the thing is that, this was so last minute. Since you confirmed on Friday,
Right.
next time, whenever you're free,
Right.
tell me if we have enough notice, we'll definitely get a lot more,
Sure.
friends to come
It's
and
just
talk.
that I had been traveling, unfortunately. I just arrived yesterday at my mom's place in Dhanbad. So I'm in Jharkhand right now.
Oh, nice.
My mother lives in Jharkhand and she refuses to come and stay with me in Mumbai. So I have to make a trip every month. So this is my monthly visit to Dhanbad, Jharkhand, as we speak. So
We
I was
also
here
have
for the
Asavri who's
weekend.
been raising her hand, Anita. So just you can
Yeah,
call out.
Asavari.
Very polite of you, Asavri. Thank you. Very sweetly you're raising your hand. So I appreciate that.
And she has a lovely smile. Asavari, you have something to say?
Tell me, Asavri.
Can I the acting you did in Butterfly?
Acting?
He likes the acting.
Yeah.
In Bheja Fry, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Bheja Fry?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I like Butterfly because you were, you were really funny.
Yes. Yes, I also like Bheja Fry a lot. So
And the way, you were talking and laughing and all.
I know. Even I like Bheja Fry a lot, but only in the concept because otherwise I'm a vegetarian. How many
That's a
people are
joke.
vegetarians here?
Come on,
Please,
catch your jokes.
Yeah.
please raise your hand. How many vegetarians?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. 7. Kushal also is vegetarian. Wow. Oh, Miss Padma Ramani is also vegetarian. I am
She's
such an
not
autistic
Ramani.
company.
She's not Ramani. She's Ramani. She is a South Indian.
Oh, Ramani.
South
Yeah.
Indian, yeah. In fact, yesterday only we were
Ramani.
talking about this.
Ramani. Sorry, my bad. My
No,
bad.
that's fine. That's
English
fine.
English makes your name very distorted. See, my daughter's name is Sharini. Choti E Ada. Sharini. That means Mother Earth. But in English is Sharini, Sharini. So now everybody calls her Sharini. And that Ri has gone out of the window. And she says, Dad, forget Ri. I am Ni. I said, okay.
Samar, you wanted to say something. I'm calling out to all of you one by one. You have to
Yes.
talk to Vinay sir. You wanted to talk.
Vinay sir, you are more funnier in TVs.
What was that? Can you repeat that, Samar?
Vinay sir is funny in TV.
Yes, he's funny in TVs, he's saying.
Yes.
Yes. He's funny on Zoom also, Summer.
I hope you meant funny in a good way because lots of
Most
times
of the actors, superstars, singers, they all are funny. Most of the famous
they're all
people.
funny, no? Yeah.
No, but they also have to be warm, no?
They be funny
Correct.
also in an ad also.
The most
In
important
ad
thing,
also I'm funny. They give me money only for being funny.
Yeah. Crores of
Otherwise,
money.
otherwise they hold my check. They
Yes.
say, hey, you're not funny there.
Crores
You're
of
not
money.
getting paid because you're not funny enough. So
If
yeah,
we be more funny now, the more money we get, the more crores we win.
that's the problem. The funnier you get, you don't raise the money.
Correct.
There's only
I
this
agree
much
with
for
you.
funny.
Sir, you are absolutely right. We all agree with you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yes,
thank you.
sir.
So I'm taking those pictures for his autograph, basically.
Now, who hasn't spoken with me? Jeet, Jeet, you haven't spoken with me at all.
Jeet?
Keith will take his time.
Jeet will take his time. Jeet just heard me and he went little shy.
Yes, he's
I
super
can see.
excited. Pranav, you want to say something? You want to tell Vinayji what you do? The same industry.
I'm India's first fashion model with autism. How do I begin acting in Bollywood?
Well, you already are a fashion model, so I think I'm sure you have done the basics of acting, and you're such a good-looking man, to begin with. You live in Pune, and I'm sure when the right time comes, and if your wishes are still as strong as it is right now, I'm sure you'll make. You just go for the auditions. They have auditions sometimes in Pune also, but you have to
Right?
try. It's called tryouts. So you go to tryouts and maybe you'll get selected.
How?
So you'll have to see when in tryouts, what they do is the actor that they're looking for a particular role, they give you an audition sheet. In that, they have written what they want you to say or what they want you to act out as, or just like a short scene kind of thing. So sometimes you might have to play a son to a father. Sometimes you have to play a son to a mother, and there is a dialogue between mother and the son, or father and the son, or between a boss and an employee, or between a captain and a player, or between two soldiers. So depending on the situation and the story, they give you a piece of paper where it's audition. It's called for the test. They test you and they shoot that test. And after shooting that test, because they test many people, because they want to select the best person, so they shoot the test and then they call you back if they like your test. So when I came to Mumbai, I used to go and do at least 100 tests in a week. So that used to be I was like, if I do 100 tests, so they had taught me in drama school that the rate of success statistically is 2%. So if I do 100 tests, I will at least get 2 callbacks. Okay. So the more you do, your chances of getting a callback increases. So I would go and from morning till night, I'll just do test, 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 test. So, but I was very lucky that I started to get lots of callbacks, and hence I got work. Yes, Asavari, your hand is up. Please, madam, tell me.
Sorry.
No, not at all.
I was here in 100 many times. How come 100 test?
What test is it? How do you do the test?
No, 100 you said in the movie. What you said? 100 test for the audition.
That's just for the audition, right?
Yeah.
That means it's trial, Asabri. You try
It's a
it
trial.
out first. You give like a test, like an audition.
Right. Like how, in order to get promoted to the next class, you have to give exams where you are given questions. It's exactly like that, but much shorter, much smaller. And sometimes they test your voice, sometimes they test your acting skills, sometimes they test that can you laugh in a certain way, sometimes they test to see if you can jump in a certain way. They They make you all kinds of
Dance.
tests. Yeah, and dance. I mean, and this is still decent ones. When I was in drama school, I remember I had an acting teacher who would pick an animal and make me do that. Make all of us do that. So he'll pick 4 actors and they all stand in line and he's like, all right, I want to see dogs. And then all 4 of us will become, dogs. Somebody is barking, somebody is running, somebody is jumping on another, somebody is taking a leak, by the chair, just to convince the teacher that I am a better dog than the other guy.
But that's so wonderful,
then,
Vijay. They can all have it as an activity, for your programs. Definitely. Your trials can happen online when you all meet with Youngistan or with Buddy Center or with Shalu's Evolue or with Nandita ma'am. You can have trials.
And it used to be so funny because see, when we think of animals, usually we think of cats and dogs and elephants. But sometimes, the teacher would say, all right, I want to see squirrels. Then how do you suddenly become a squirrel? So you have to look for exactly what Samiksha is doing, you have to find that body language, that this is what squirrels do. They're looking for the nuts and they're hiding the nuts and they're just going away, and sometimes a crow and sometimes a bird and sometimes an animal that you can't even imagine because you haven't seen the animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, they say, okay, I want to see a rhinoceros. I mean, you have seen rhinoceros in a picture or on a on a Discovery Channel, but you haven't seen a rhinoceros every day. It's not a common animal. But still, with your imagination, you just do some like this, and you try to create the rhino for the teacher to, there you go. Samiksha is already doing it. Where you go? Yeah. But the best part is it was so much fun, becoming whatever animal or birds or sometimes a wall or a tree or something. It was always great fun. Shalu, you have questions.
Vinay ji, if you had to suggest one movie of yours to watch, जिसने आपकी कोई film ना देखी हो, which is that one movie you would say, this is the movie I like, please watch it?
I would like all of you to watch Das Vidania. It's a film I made in 2008. And it's a sweet film. It's a tragic comic film. And even the sadness of it is with a little bit of smile. And I feel that's what Nikita said she's seen already. Where you go?
I've seen it. I've seen it two times in Amazon.
Wonderful. Did you like it?
Awesome. Like, it was very nice.
Yeah. So it's also very funny at times. The thing with Das Vidania is because Anita mentioned about being a clown. Being a clown is very crafty. The whole idea of laughter, the idea of comedy and tragedy and tragic comic situations. I mean, Buster Keaton did that. Chaplin did that with so much ease. It's very difficult to write a balanced script for a tragic comedy kind of and Das Vidania, after so many years of writing that film, we finally got to make it, and I was very happy to be a part of it, and I was also very happy because I got to produce the film. It's the only film I have produced myself. I did the film with all my friends who came and supported me. So all the actors who came together, they're all my friends because since I was the producer, I didn't have the money to go and hire bigger stars. So I just asked all my fraternity friends.
You have a full star cast ready right now. You have the star cast for your next movie ready right now.
I can see. Samiksha is doing all the animals. There you go. Wow. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Samar.
who directed this film?
There's a gentleman called Shashant Shah. He directed. That's his first film. He's also my friend, and he was my partner in the company. So his first film was The Svidania, and then he directed another film with me called Chalo Dilli, with Chalu is saying this. That means you have seen it.
Yes, with
Right?
Lara.
Yeah. So the same director, the director who did The Svidania, the same guy who did this one, Shashank.
So we have Pranav, whose hand is raised. And
yes, Pranav.
How will I know about audition?
Questions.
You know, Pranav, what I like is how focused you are. And I think that's one thing you require, such zeal and commitment. See, there are agencies and then there are coordinators who, they're talent agents, they're called. And once you get in touch with the talent agents, they keep calling you. First, they take your profile, right? So in your profile, there'll be your picture, your qualification, all the talent that you have. And I also sincerely believe that in today's day and age, every actor should be well read. So it's very pertinent that they finish their education. Um, and you would realize why once you become the artist that you want to become. Because once you start to work, then you wouldn't have time to go back and finish your education. But once you become the artist, you would realize how important it is to have the right education, have the basic education. Even if you do graduation in commerce or in arts or in science, it doesn't matter. But you have to have a basic education so that whatever is it that you are presented with, you can at least handle the problems or the issues that comes in front of you. So I keep telling people also, some of my friends also, that if the children, if they want to become an actor, and if some of them have already done an ad, they've done a chocolate ad or whatever ad, they're 11 years old or 15 years old or 17 years old, and they're saying no, 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 enough is enough. Because I'm already getting work, I want to start doing that work. And my advice is always that first finish your education. Otherwise, you would realize later on that you started working at such a young age, and by the time you're in your 30s, you would start to lament the fact that when there was time, you couldn't finish your education. So finishing your education is a must, because I think every actor needs to have that basic education for them to go
Yes,
forward.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Vinayji, Aditya is asking you what was your struggle in Bollywood when you were
Who's
starting?
asking me?
Aditya.
Hi, sir.
Raise your
Okay.
hand. Ask.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Hi. Dita, yes, the word struggle has been used so many times, and everybody has a very interesting story about struggle. Oh, I was hungry, but I had to do the job. Oh, I didn't have a place to sleep. Struggle also means that you're trying to break into the realm of the job that you want to do. You're trying to be the professional that you want to do. And within that, the struggle that you do is to go and be at it. It's like learning a skill. When you learn how to play a piano, so initially the struggle is learning saregama, right? But that's not learning piano is. The learning piano is something that you can go on learning your whole life, because there's always a level that you have to reach. Once you reach this level, then you have to go level next, and then level next, and level next. So my struggle was to find the right job for me. And in that struggle, I did so many different kinds of jobs. I was a VJ on a channel. I was an anchor on another channel. Then I used to be a copyright for ad press shoots. So I used to write jingles that sometimes you see behind the trucks, no? I used to write those jingles for different products. Uh, for tires, for all the other stuff, for batteries. I can't hear you. Anita.
Can you share one? कोई एक.
One jingle.
Shweta sir.
It was long time ago. There was you know what a tirpal is?
Only Shalu got it
Tirpal.
because she's from the north. Not correct.
Exactly.
Don't be generic, okay?
It's a canopy.
Yes, Tanpal is a
Tirpal is, I mean, it's used all over India. So what the
It's a
transport, the
canopy.
trucks, what they do is whatever goods they put in their thing, they have this canopy thing, and it's made of a very hard material. It looks like
tarpaulin.
fabric, but it's more than just fabric, and it's also, it protects you from rain and all that stuff.
Tarpaulin kind of.
And these were my initial years. They asked me to write a jingle on Tirpal. And I remember I wrote like one of those couplets. कि यहाँ से वहां का तिरपाल आता है और something चला जाता है, something like that. I don't remember the exact couplet, but I said, oh wow. So I wrote one and they say, yeah, we like it, but why are you giving us just one? You have to give many so that we select the best one. मैंने कहा, but what if you select 3 and give me money for only 1? He said, don't worry. He said, don't worry.
Used to that question.
You just send. So then we cut a deal. I said, if I write 10 couplets, then you pay me at least for 3 and you select whatever one, because I'm giving you 10. So they said, okay, just write first. Let's see. So I remember one night, I was up all night and I was writing share about Tirpal.
Ghalib.
मैंने कहा Ghalib must be turning in his grave. ये बैठ के शायरी कर रहा है और सारे शेर जो है तिरपाल के लिए लिख रहे हैं.
Samar has a question. Who inspired
Yes,
you? And Shreya has written a beautiful note for you. Shreya has not been talking, but she's written. I will read it. I'm so glad, happy to meet you, Vinay sir. Can you read that, Shreya? Why don't you read it out?
Shreya, please read it. Yeah.
Shreya?
Shreya starstruck. Yeah, it's a beautiful
Shreya was
note.
talking earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Vinay sir. I'm so glad and happy to meet you, Vinay sir. I liked your movie Rabne Bana Di Jodi, and I liked its title song Sajde Rab Dikhta Hai. And I have also danced on the song Dance Pe Chance when I was 5 years old in my school annual day program. I really liked and enjoyed the song and the movie. I'm so excited to meet and talk to you. I'm really looking forward in meeting you again in the future. Thank you so much, sir. From Shreya.
Inshallah. Thank you. Thank you for writing such a lovely note. And I am also looking forward to meeting all of you in
Thank
Pune.
you, sir.
Now it seems like I'll have to come to Pune to meet all these aspiring superstars.
Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please.
Yeah.
Please,
I'm gonna
please.
call
As I'm a
Delhi
diehard fan of yours,
lot of
please.
people to
I'm
see our
Vinay ji, Delhi chalo.
नहीं शालू का ट्रिप स्पेसिफिक ड्यू है पूना.
First of all, it's Chalo Delhi, not Delhi Chalo.
Chalo Delhi. Chalo Delhi.
Chalo Delhi.
So now it'll be Chalo Pune.
हाँ चलो पुणे. नहीं शालू का ट्रिप बहुत सालों से ओवरड्यू है, तो वो आएगी, पुणे आएगी.
हाँ, मैं आ जाऊंगी.
हाँ.
आप कहाँ रहती है शालू जी?
मैं दिल्ली रहती हूँ.
वो दिल्ली नहीं
है. आप दिल्ली वाली हैं. वाह.
जी.
आए दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड जो. Song दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड.
Samar is asking who inspired you, Vinay sir.
Who inspired me? My father did. My father was a great man. I lost him in 2014,
Oh, we are so
and
sorry to hear that, sir.
he was a
So
self-made man. My
sorry.
father was a cop actually.
Oh,
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. So my father was a police officer, but before police officer, he was a teacher, he was a school inspector, and he was a pilot. He had all these jobs before he decided to be the police officer because his father didn't want him to go out of state for any other job. So
Oh,
the first so so the first job he got was the Air Force pilot, for which he had to train in Mount Abu for a year. And he was the eldest in the family, so my grandfather said, forget about that job, you're not going in. Then my father became a teacher in a school. He used to teach maths, and he was also the sports teacher. And then he started appearing in one of those competitions, to appear in different competitions. So those days, because he was from a village, even the UPSC he didn't take because again the 1 year training was out of state. So then he gave the Bihar police exam. Before that he gave the education board exam, and he was a bright student, so whatever exam he would give, he'll get selected. So he was a teacher for a year right after his college. Then he was a school inspector for a year and a half. Then this other interview came. Then he became a sub inspector. And then he remained in the police. A very upright, diligent, and righteous and honest police officer that I've ever seen in my life. But most importantly, my father's biggest uh, I think talent was that he was a voracious reader. I remember growing up with the world literature around, and as a child, I thought everybody grows up like this. So every time I would meet my friends, I would think that they have read this book, they have read this month's Reader's Digest, they have read that Lamb's Tales of Shakespeare, but they hadn't because. Um, Everybody is not into books, and my father was. So that I think is the biggest gift that my father gave me. uh, Everything that he taught me was out of a pragmatic life that he had led himself. As I said, very righteous, very straightforward, uh, and a very honest man. I very seldom come across such people, and when I do, I get reminded of my dad every time. So yeah, my father still is my biggest
oh,
inspiration.
wonderful. There are nice questions coming up here. One
Sure.
is, do you like Samiksha asks? Samiksha, you ask your own question.
Do, sir, do you like doing theater or acting in movies? More.
very
Okay,
good question.
it's a very very interesting question,
Very
Samiksha,
good question.
because initially my training of the craft has been in theater. So I've studied theater for 4 years. I got a BFA, it's called Bachelor in Fine Arts, in theater from State University of New York. And that I uh, joined after I quit business school. I was studying to be the major in business school. I was in an MBA program, and then the theater bug bit me and bit me really bad. so
Good.
so I changed. I quit business school and I joined drama school. Then I did the 4 years of drama there, and then we started a local summer stock theater company ourselves, like a group of 10 of us. So did that summer stock theater for 3 years. Um, and so basically, to answer your question, yes, theater is my first love because that's where it all started. But when I came into movies, I realized that movies are a very different challenge. You know, like to do a good job in cinema is very difficult. It's not easy at all. I mean, it looks easy because, you know, you just put the camera, do whatever you do in front of the camera. But the thing is that the camera lens is so bare, and you know, the camera lens doesn't lie. So if you are not really honest, you can see that, you know, you would figure it out. Kya re jhoot bol raha hai. He's, you know, when he says that I am in love with you and I will die if you don't love me back, if I don't say it honestly enough, you wouldn't believe me. You know, the camera can see in your eyes that you're just saying you're lying or you're just faking it. And that is where I think that cinema acting is very difficult, because you have to, you can't cheat. You really have to be so honest, and you have to mean it, and it needs to be truthful for you. If it's not truthful for you, then it wouldn't be truthful for the audiences who are watching. So yes, I love theater a lot, but I love the challenges of cinema also very much. I think Aswari wanted to ask a
Asavari wants to
question,
ask
right?
you something, yeah, and then Dita's
Yes,
question.
I saw.
Asavari?
Yeah. I want to act in.
I had mentioned something in the
Nikita,
chat box.
Nikita, 1 minute. Let Asavari ask, then you can go. Yeah? Yeah, Asavari, finish your question.
Yeah. Are you going to do acting next year?
Am I going to acting in?
Next year, are you going to act?
Are you going to act? What are you going to act in next? Correct?
My next project is in Sikkim. I leave on in a week's time. I go to Sikkim. First, I go to Kolkata, and we do a workshop for 2-3 days of this particular role. It's called Memory X. It's a new film, and I'm playing a very disturbed man in this film. It's a 3-character film, and it's about this man who doesn't feel anything. He doesn't feel any emotion. You know, we all have different emotions, as they say in theater and in kala, that there are navarasas. So, you know, there's love, there is karuna, vatsalya, raudra, saundarya. You know, these are different rasas that, you know, we all feel different emotions within. But this story is about a man who has some ailment, some disease, where he doesn't feel anything.
What kind of disease? Like
It's a particular, there's a medical term for that.
Oh.
That he doesn't feel anything.
Ah.
So he doesn't feel hungry also.
Oh.
Yeah. And he realizes that he hasn't eaten because
He doesn't feel sleepy also, isn't it?
no, he doesn't feel sleepy, but suddenly he'll go to sleep because body clock is such that he has to sleep.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't feel hungry, he has to feed himself at a regular interval. Otherwise, you know, his tummy will go bad or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Similarly, he doesn't feel affection for anybody. He doesn't feel hatred for anybody. He doesn't feel love for anybody. He doesn't feel remorse for anybody. And it's a very peculiar disease. And he wants to do something about it. He really wants to get out of this disease. He's going through therapies and stuff. And then there are 2 other characters. There's a husband and a wife. And he takes them as the subject of his experiment to see if he would be able to feel something for, you know, for them. So in this whole process, he becomes very, very, how should I say, daunting and dangerous himself. And in the process, he kills the woman, wanting to feel the remorse, but he doesn't. You know, it's a little scary kind of a character, but I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
We're all going to watch it.
Yeah, Vinay,
I
sir,
think
this excitement of yours.
I think it will be difficult for you
I
to
look out for it. Yes.
Oh, no?
Yes. Nikita, just one before you. Dita had asked, did you have stage fright? Because Anandita plays the drums. So she's asking you if you had stage fright.
Yeah, very good question.
Every
Even I also play
time.
drums. I also wanted to ask that.
Every time. I mean, I've been doing theater for the last 30 years. 30 years I've been doing theater. Every time, just before going on stage, when I'm standing in the wings and I have to appear, seems my heart is going to just
Same
burst
here.
out of my body.
Same here.
It's
I
like,
have got an idea,
like
sir,
this.
by listening to
Boom,
this.
boom, 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 boom.
Same here,
And
sir.
it really gets, it beats so fast. But through the years, I have learned to take that adrenaline and use it in my performance. That's the only way. If you stop feeling it, then I guess the X factor goes away. So don't fight it. Let the nervousness be there. It's very beautiful to be vulnerable. When you're creating your art or craft, whatever it is.
Correct. The last question. It is almost 5 o'clock. We have been taking his time for the past 1 hour.
And I also want to give an idea to
One
sir.
second.
For him in the
Sir, I had a question.
Nikita first.
There was one question from Nikita, right?
Yeah.
Nitika.
Yeah.
Tell me, Nitika.
Nitika.
I've added in the chat box for you that how would you rate your movies from Rabne Banadi Jori, Bheja Fry, Chappar Farke and Rama Prasad ki Trevi.
Okay, I'll tell you, Nitika, I'm such a big critic of myself. If I sit and watch my films, I start to criticize myself and I tell people I'm the worst actor ever to walk this planet. So this is my I never watch my own movie. It's just because of you guys I'm talking about my films. Otherwise, when interview comes, I say what I have done in the past, please don't bring it up because it opens new psychological problems in my head. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to move on and do some new exciting work and not what I already have done. But all the 5 movies that you mentioned, Nitika, if you like it, let me tell you, those are all the lovely movies you have selected. And I like all of them. I don't want to rate them, but I definitely like all of them.
And what are your
Sir, I had a question.
favorite hobbies?
My favorite hobbies, it's a little silly, but my most favorite hobby is traveling.
Okay.
So what happens if on Monday I get a phone call and they say, "Sir, the shooting is cancelled for some reason." By Monday night, I'm off to somewhere. I don't know where, but I will use whatever 2 days, 3 days, 1.5 days. I like to travel a lot. So that traveling, reading, and watching movies, which Anita had got me doing. These are the
sports. In sports, anything?
cricket.
Wow.
My most favorite.
Sir, I had a question.
My favorite is also cricket.
Lovely.
Sir, just give me 2 minutes. I have something to tell when Aditya was talking to you. So, sir, like if you're in a comedy and there will be a music program also. So whenever you're standing in the stage and if you get a chance to sing a song, I will play the drum beat. Yesterday we had a concert of drum.
So sweet. What I'll do is I'll just pretend to sing a song and let you play the drum beat because I'm not that great a singer anyway.
Good idea, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Vishwanath, last question, kids. Any questions you have, put it in the group. I promise to send it to Vinay ji and he will reply. I know he will.
Yes, I will.
Hello.
Vishwanath, one last question.
Yeah, actually that's not a question. Basically it's actually, I like what Vinay sir said, that someone asked you right now, like 5 minutes ago, saying that what are the challenges that you face in the film industry, and the way you replied, that also motivated me. I don't know that ever I'm going to get a chance to act anywhere, but the way
Of course
said
you
that-
will. Of course
Yes.
you will. Always believe it, Vishwanath. Always
Sure,
believe
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
Even if nobody believes, you in your heart should always believe.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Because you have no idea how being positive can move mountains. And I have
Yes,
seen it
yes, sir.
happening.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
Always believe.
Yes,
Never
sir.
let that faith.
100%. And I really like the way
Yeah.
you answered, because there's so much of confidence in it, and it boosts my morale as well. A lot. To be honest, it
I am
boosts my
so
morale
glad.
a lot.
I'm so glad, Vishwanath. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
On everyone's behalf, Vinay ji, I can't thank you enough. I'm sure they all feel the same way, and we can't get enough of
I'm
it.
also feeling the same way. I'm also thanking all of you.
We can spend all day with
It's
you.
been
You're
so much fun.
such
Sir,
fun.
I had a question.
Can we take a group picture also, Anita?
Oh yeah,
How
let's
do
take
we
a
do
group
that?
picture. We want a picture with sir.
I've taken many on my phone. I've taken many. I'll pass it on.
I will try to look pretty, please.
I have
Take one.
recorded this, and I'm going to send it.
One more. Sir wants one more. Please listen to his request.
Take a phone.
Yes,
and
yes,
take a picture.
absolutely.
I'm going to send the recording.
Who's taking? Who's taking? Who's taking?
Everybody
I'll
can
take.
take on your cell phones. एक मेरा भी आए नहीं तो मेरा मुंह चुप जाता है हमेशा.
Okay, so I'll take a screenshot first. Everybody smile.
Yes.
Come on, Nitika, give us a smile. And once again, smile.
And show some teeth, please.
Vinay ji, are you okay with us sharing this on social media? You're going to get too many requests.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Great.
absolutely. Why not?
Thank you.
This is how you say thank you in
Thank you.
sign language. I have taught
Thank
many of thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you
thank
so much, Vinay sir. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
including
Vinay
us.
ji.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Lots of love to all of
joining
you.
us and having
Keep
this
rocking,
program.
keep having fun.
Thank you so much, sir.
Keep
Thanks a
smiling,
ton,
keep
Vinay ji.
laughing.
Thanks,
Lovely
everybody.
to hear your voice, sir, and your stories. Amazing
Thank
Samiksha,
stories.
you were
thank
going
you,
to say
thank you,
thank
thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you.
Samiksha, your thank you, the boss.
Thank you, Samiksha.
I would like
Thank you,
to
Samiksha. Thank you,
thank
Pranav. Thank you,
Vinay
Nitika.
sir
Thank you,
for
Sabri.
taking out
Thank you, Nazita.
time
Thank you,
Once
Thank you so
Pratik.
much,
again,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you,
Padma ji.
thank you
for
so much.
us.
Thank you, Ahan.
We
Thank
totally
you, Shreya.
enjoyed.
Thank you, Shalu. Thank you, Karen.
Any
Thank you,
question
Vishwanath.
we'll get
Thank
back to
you,
Vinay
you.
ji,
Thank you,
Kushal.
sir.
Samiksha.
Kushal didn't say anything, but thank you. And thank you, Samar.
Vinay ji, 1 minute. Vinay ji, 1 minute. Samiksha she's written a statement for you. Come on, Samiksha.
I would like to thank Vinay sir for taking out time, especially for us. We totally enjoyed having this talk with you and knowing about you. I would like also to thank Anita auntie for making this our dream come true.
I
Thank
would
you.
also like to thank Anita auntie for calling me on this group. Thank you, Anita auntie. Thank you,
Thank
Shalu
you for
auntie.
inspiring us by us.
So much.
thank you.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
thank
Thank you
you.
all for coming.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye bye, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
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 Bye, Vinay, sir.
Bye, Vinay sir.
Love,
Bye,
love, love,
Vinay.
love, love, love. Lots of love, lots of love, lots of love, lots
Lots
of
of
love.
love.
Bye. Bye.